Hey everybody, Eric Lindberg here, www.ericlindbergmusic.com. And today, in fewer than 5 minutes, I'm going to discuss a concept with you that I believe is misunderstood, and as a result of being misunderstood, is often mistaught. And that is the concept of modes and modal playing. Now, before I begin, I should let you know that there are a number of correct and workable definitions of modes, but most of the time when I have been asked, people are referring to this idea of different sets of notes to be played over chords or chord progressions. So I'm going to address it from that perspective. Very commonly, a music instructor will say that for every chord there is a mode, and then we'll demonstrate this by switching through chords, either having the student comp through the chords or having a looping pedal, which is how I'm going to demonstrate today. I believe this is not the most efficient and in some ways a little bit misleading. A mode is really not about the scale so much as it is the chord over which we are playing. What it really boils down to, again, in this context, is the idea of just that, context. So instead of putting chords in your looper, or having a friend or student or guitar teacher or some type of teacher play chords while you play scales, I'm going to suggest doing exactly the opposite, but actually have the scale being played by the looper or other individual, and then we experiment and listen carefully to how this information interacts with different chords. A good working definition, and thank you to my friend Paul Idell, a mode is the sound of a scale when played over a chord other than the root chord. One could argue, or one could say that playing it over the root chord is also a mode, but I think you get the idea. So I've got the looper playing in G major, playing a G major scale. Let's check out the sound of this over a G chord, a G major chord, and we'll just listen. If we listen carefully, we do hear a little bit of dissonance when the C natural note is being played. Oftentimes that's referred to as an avoid note, but we can make it work if we play it properly. We can avoid it, we can alter it by raising it. That would work lovely as well, or that would work beautifully, I should say. But that's the sound of a G major scale over a G major chord. Now the scale information doesn't change. Let's check out A minor. The chord. What we notice there is that there are no sort of avoid notes or notes that don't work. Every note from the G major scale works beautifully over that A minor. But as soon as I apply an A minor, that G major scale ceases to be a G major scale. We're now treating it with what would be known as a Dorian device. Let's check out one more. B major, and G major. Underneath a G major scale gives us a very flamenco type sound. Hear the scale, experiment with the chords. That's a real functional definition and exploration of modes. I look forward to hearing from you.